say you wouldn't care when you want something is a dangerous thing. That woman wanted a baby so bad she couldn't care what she got. Ears twitched that shouldn't be listening. But this hedgehog baby had quills as soft as feathers, and his mother held him to her breast and wrapped him in a bundle and snoodled him, hugged him to bits, and she gave him the name Hans. Hans, my hedgehog, she called him. My hedgehog learned he was strange, and he learned he was ugly, and he learned to be sad, and he learned the name that was given him.
Father, all night I lay outdoor to understand why you don't love me. And I've thought until I've thought a hole in the grass. And now it's all right. When I have the saddle, I'll go.
And the farmer felt ashamed, and he brought home a saddle for the rooster, and he herded up the animals his son had asked for, and he told his wife pack lunch, and all the while the grovel hog sat on the stoop and waited. When all was done, he went to his mother and she kissed him, and then to his dad and hugged him, and the farmer knew for the first time how soft he was. They watched him until he was a faint smudge in the distance.
I'm very off, and I'm very hungry. And somewhere back there, a long time ago, I was a king.
Now so lost and so hungry you wouldn't knock at the beast's house.
Well,
You are welcome in my house, sir, and at my table.
And the king sat at the grovel hog's table and ate of the greenest greens, the sweetest sweets, and the juiciest juices.
very, very kind.
After, his host took up the bagpipes and played old songs which were bitter and sweet all at once and began like hello and ended like goodbye. And before he could think, I'm full now and found, the king was asleep.
This story, and you're telling it all wrong. What happens is, the king wants to give the grovel hog a reward for all his help, and so he says, anything. And the whole thing says, give me the first thing to greet you when you arrive in your kingdom. And the king agrees, because he knows the first thing to greet him will be his faithful flop-eared Wagner, the royal dog. So the king says yes, and the whole thing says, I'll collect my reward in a year and a day. And off he goes on his ridiculous rooster. But things don't go as you planned, do they?
Do you know of me, lady?
I do, sir. You saved my father and he owes you his life.
Do you know of his promise to me?
He promised you the first thing to greet him on his return.
And what was that?
Me, sir. I am yours.
Then I want you to be my wife and come live with me in the forest. I want you to be my princess of sweetness and cherry pie. I want to catch you up and sing to you. I want you to love me.
Yes, sir.
Do you find me very ugly?
No, sir. Not so ugly as going back on a promise.
And lying there, half sweetness, half cherry pie, the princess could hardly credit what she'd seen. And creeping to the window, she looked down, and there, sure enough, a man moving among the animals in the quiet rain. And she found herself going to the abandoned coat of hair and quills, and touching it, soft and warm and remarkable.
And, does he take off his skin? No, he doesn't. The only way to break the spell is to throw the skin into the fire. Cast the skin into the flames and he will be free of it. That's not the way. So, he has told you.
set off to wander the world in search of her husband. She walked and walked until she wore out the first pair of shoes.
To the health of that most beautiful woman who could not keep her promise for one more day.
Husband,
How did you find me?
I have walked the world to find you. I have worn out the soles of 3 pairs of iron shoes. My hair is no longer red. But I come to claim you, and catch you up, and snoodle you and hug you to bits.
And in time her hair grew red again, and there was another wedding all over. And we were both invited. And I told the best story there is to tell. A story which begins in hello and ends in goodbye. And for a gift, she gave me a shoe worn to nothing. And here it is.